Body, yada, 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 yada. Jesus Christ. Yo, it don't surprise me no more. It's just, and then this lady try to justify it. Yeah, it may be weird. No, bitch, you're not supposed to consume meat, period. Like, what the fuck? This is why vegans become vegans. And uh, why it's very important to understand the way that energy works. Energy never dies, it only transfers. Let me let you know. The point of being a vegan is because we understand that energy never dies, it only transfers, right? Meaning that whatever state that being was in when it got unalived, in whatever state of energy it was in, is what you will be consuming. So if it was angry, if it was sad, if it was mad, if it was depressed, if it was all of the above, because we can have multiple emotions, so can animals. They feel, they see, they hear, they exist. They more than exist, you know. They're just like us. So you eat that energy, no matter if it's flambéed or fried, baked, or broiled or boiled, you still are eating that energy, no matter how much you season it, no matter how you cook it. You are still eating that energy. Thank you for the like. Can't see you on here, but I seen the like. Crazy. Yeah. Algorithm. Thank you. So the point of knowing how energy works is very important. This is why a lot of the people, hello, hi, how are you? That's why it's very important to know and understand how energy works and why it's important to work out of these energies, right? Very important. For one, it helps with self control and self regulating. It helps a lot. Hello. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for the like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank y'all. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing okay. Like, everybody, seriously. Because it's crazy, right? Hello. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. But this is why it's important to understand how energy works. This is why vegans become vegans. It's not to think that we're better than anybody. It's to understand the energy in which you are eating, right? And what can be cleansed and what can be purified are fruits and vegetables more likely. And it's even better when you can grow your own, right? So we don't want to consume things that die in depression, anger, anxiety, um, rage, all these different emotions. You're actually consuming that. So you're consuming those different energies, and you will have your own energies and conflicts and traumas in day-to-day life that you go through, right? So it not only just lowers your vibration, it makes it hard for you to regulate your own emotions and discern what emotion, one emotion from the other. Okay, besides being around people, you also get their energy as well. You know, you pick up on it, you feel it, or they send it to you, or whatever the case may be. Or they may pick up on your energy. So this is why that we go through these different processes of learning why it's important how to heal the inner child, and why it starts with dietary, and why, dietary is important, because the meat is not seasoned itself. The meat has to be seasoned in order for it to have flavor. This is why a lot of people don't even know what they are actually eating. And then it becomes even more of a thing. It's hard to think about. It's hard to think about because you have to season the meat. Pork does not have, if you tasted like pork before it was deep salted and flavored and all that, you would know the difference between the way pork actually tastes and the difference between how it tastes after seasoned, right? It doesn't taste like maple. It doesn't it doesn't have those flavors naturally, right? Neither does beef, neither does chicken. All of these things have to be flavored. So understand what you are doing is, it's just like you flavor fruit, vegetable, whatever blend you may make, if you may make it a fruit or vegetable blend, or just a blend of vegetables, or just a blend of fruits for whatever you want to eat. It's like the same thing. You can season the fruit to taste like how whatever other meat is seasoned. The meat does not naturally taste how it tastes. It has to be seasoned. That is a fact. That is a absolute fact. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be able to take mung bean sheets and marinate them and have it taste like pork. I would it wouldn't be possible. It would just taste like mung bean and some type of seasoning, right? But if I can take it and make it and fry it, and it'll be just like pork, but without eating the actual animal, and it's a bean, I'm winning. And all we want y'all to do is win, to be able to have more, one, powerful discernment, more self control, less impulsive, right? Less ego, less frantic, panicky energy, because it's going to be important for times like this. Why? Because some people will actually eat other people and don't have a problem with it. I would rather be around a person that has more self control and clarity and healing and all these other good positive things, in which people call weird for whatever. And a lot of that is agenda based, because they want to make people afraid of it, right? I'd rather be around a person like that than around a person that has the potential to eat me and put me on anybody's menu. And you're dealing with when you're being groomed at these buffet places. And thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're being groomed at these buffets and these different restaurants we may attend, and even at home, by being, having these meats cooked, you have the potential to be like, well, in a panicky situation, damn, I just might, what I'm saying, fry somebody up. When there's so many other options, there's any, so many other options that it's not even funny. But because the government has fixed things to where our trees don't have females to mate with in order to bear fruit, and they're just pollinating the heck out of the air because they're looking for females. So they don't want to have people have food. They don't want them to have shelter for survival. And which is really sad, because like I said, a lot of these different beings like the giants and any other beings that are here in or are coming, right, are revealing themselves more, they're going to want to eat. And the reason why they want to keep a homeless population, which is very fucking sad, I didn't even really think about this, was to have them have resources available to them, which would be food, human food, which is a ridiculous realization for me. I'm like, did the part of them not caring and being heartless, you kind of really start to understand how they don't give a damn. So understand that when they make decisions, they don't care. They really don't care. Um, we're going to also go over some topics of what I went over about 2 years ago when they said they were going to put crocodiles in the little water where people were coming across the border and to have them ate up. Now they have came up with this other idea of having something built in Florida or somewhere else to and it be surrounded by alligators, crocodiles, whatever, right? Y'all gotta look back at history and see that this has already been done and they're just repeating another cycle of this until we really stick together. How do we really stick together? I mean, at this point, a lot of us have tried, but a lot of people know that their systemic upbringings have forced them to be very discriminatory against mainly melanated people. And then let's just be real. And whatever type of standard, it's never been equal give and take. It's always been a judgmental. It's always been, oh, well, you're lazy. Even for my family, like, not lazy. I have fucking body pain, chronic body pain at that. So, there's racism comes in many different forms. Trust me. Melanated people discriminate against melanated people, other people. Even I've seen Hispanic and no Hispanics and even Caucasian people discriminate against their own people. And it's sad. And when you can see the spiritual division and why people think like that, you can't really convince them other than wise, but you can also give them some soft, gentle words that hopefully will reverb back in their mind and their vibration of, damn, I really could have choose better, or I'm going to choose better now at this point, because we can all change at any time, right? That we have free will to do. Um, Hold on. And then taking away the 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 natural born rights of immigrants in this country. Like I said, for those who commit crimes, I could understand. For those who, are here and they have utilized resources and, done what they need to do to have a sustainable life, it's not fair to these people, right? And there's a little bit of mix of within all races, 12-12. This is the second time I've seen 12-12 within an hour or two. Um, and I'm ready to pop up. Oh shit. Damn, them little motherfuckers, they can run like that. That's crazy. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna have to, because I don't think it's going to. I thought it was gonna pop up. And it's crazy because it kind of makes me think of alligator. It's called. I'll show y'all. So y'all can take a screenshot, go look this up, but we're going to talk about this because they're actually building another fucking something to hold house 5,000 immigrants and put alligators and shit around it. And I guess they're supposed to have trailer homes or something like that. But regardless of the fact, like, y'all know tornadoes that happen in Florida will flip that shit and it's just a dangerous situation. Hence why I would never go to Florida. Never, ever, ever go to Florida. Look at this shit. Like, this is some demonic ass shit. I'm just, look at this shit. Look at the imagery. These motherfuckers don't care. And when I say they don't care, they do not care. I talked about this 2 years ago when they were bringing it up about putting them in the damn in the river, I guess, where people were coming into the United States. Made me forget what the fuck I was saying. Think about this. Um, y'all gotta understand. Um, I had friends growing up. Um, I had a best friend before my white best friend. I had, you know, that friend before. Um, my Hispanic best friend that I was friends with for years. So I thought, you know what I mean? But because of what do they call, I almost said stereotypical. What do they call the like when they have ratings on like statistics, but because of statistics put on her and the interaction of her and me, um, which I wasn't aware of. I don't know if my parents were aware of. I don't even know if they cared. Well, I can't say parents because my mom was the only one alive at that time. Um, we helped them through a lot financially. Still money owed to this day, but it is what it is. Um, I can't see how that's how they was grown up. They was raised to be to treat their friends as like pawns on the board ultimately. And you know Hispanics typically stick together, and when I started seeing that she would not respect me nor my boundaries, you know somebody had to go. And I've always been the type of person to cut people off out of my life, no matter how bad it hurt, no matter what it was. That's crazy. them knowing how vicious and cool that these motherfuckers like the alligators tear shit. But that really when I was telling her, through my awakening, like how it was really disrespectful. I think even before my awakening, no, I think it was during my awakening, like my awakening, me stepping into my power of understanding how disrespectful saying the nigga word was, and I was like, hey, can you calm down on that? And she's like, no, I was like, okay. But that wasn't the straw that broke the camel back. That one was, you can reciprocate the same love and support that I gave her in her time of need of homelessness, which is absolutely crazy to me. But yet I've had multiple family members do that, and that's ultimately why another reason why, especially during this awakening. But it was to show me who was for me, who was not for me, right? Y'all have to understand that she had children by my cousin. Her children are related to me. They're not just my godchildren. They are related to me. I can't imagine what's going through her mind right now. But for me to be like, oh, potentially not gonna get to see not gonna get to see them again. Like I really didn't plan on seeing them again, but just like, damn, on this level, but God was just showing me like people chose, and when they chose, they didn't quite understand what they were choosing. Just like I was saying, like these people, these beings that are soulless beings, they really don't care about no fucking body. They We gotta respect them for the energy in which they are. And if you really not about that detrimental, not giving a fuck type of life, you shouldn't be participating in anything that has anything to do with that type of energy in that type of way. It's crazy. And then another friend that I had did me dirty. My godson, godchildren, she's from Guatemala. Um, yeah, take losses on top of losses. Like you get cut out of somebody's life and you cut them out your life, and then to find out their life got to be cut the way that it's being cut right now is a realization of fuck. Karma hurts. Is why you know we shouldn't be like, oh well, be looking to see other people's karma. We 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 have to understand truly what karma is, and healing hurts. And this is the hurt that I refer to is during this healing process how healing really hurts. So, and then the people that I didn't know that just hated me for no reason, it's just like, damn, bro. And then made it hard for the generations that have to fight for themselves. Well, let's get into the other. Let's get into the fucking heavy. And then what really throws me is he says that the immigration laws were meant for the people that were enslaved. Motherfucker. All of these people still have been enslaved. Enslaved to whom and where? Because you raped the indigenous to make Hispanics. So I'm so confused as to what the fuck are you referring to. Because are you referring to Caucasians as the people that were enslaved? Because y'all wasn't enslaved here. Y'all were enslaved on the whole other piece of somewhere else. Something somewhere else. So it's like, who are you talking about? What are you referring to? But this is the danger of what we have to deal with when the proper education is not told, it is not taught. And yeah, how we are many and they are very few. Honestly, they are very fucking few. And if they're sleeper cells from, whatever other countries, it's not just one country that was here. Y'all remember the Russians or whatever that were able to come in through Georgia. And I know that's true for a fact because I was going to leave to go to Africa about 2 years ago. So I know that's a possibility. And that gateway was open. And they obviously came here to seek refuge from the war because they didn't want to participate in the war. They didn't want to have nothing to do with the war. So there's more than one just sleeper cell. And this is why I said this is stupid. Simply because they let them people in, and everybody's talking about this war, right? Who the fuck are they trying to kick out, and who the fuck are they trying to keep in? Look at the earth and the way the earth is reacting to the energies that are going on. And we're going to also talk about this meteorite that happened in Georgia the other day, yesterday, which is absolutely crazy because I'm surprised that my timeline was not flooded with this information. But we're gonna watch this little 2 minute and 55 seconds. It's in DADE, DAD, Colliery, training in transition airport operated by the Miami-Dade. I guess that's Dayton. The airport, like Alligator A. What?
Is being quickly set up. Trucks hauling heavy equipment have been rolling into the Everglades about an hour west of Miami. Plans to turn the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport site into a migrant detention camp is sparking questions and also criticism. CBS News Miami's Larry Seaman reports from near the facility.
Miles of swamp with alligators, pythons, and hordes of mosquitoes surround Miami-Dade's aviation training strip across the street behind me. This is where officials say nature provides security, others see vulnerabilities. It's more chain link gates.
So not just there's actual anacondas and stuff there, right? There's other wild animals that people have released into the waters that are actually taking over, like the lionfish is as well. That's more so in the sea, but I wouldn't doubt to find them in the rivers as well. Animals adapt more than humans do.
Midnight and day. Letting drivers deliver generators the size truck cabs, trailers, and one continual stream of heavy equipment. Alligator Alcatraz, we're ready to go. All of it to build a temporary detention in Miami-Dade's abandoned 39-square-mile airstrip in the Everglades during hurricane season. Within the next month or two, authorities plan to send 1,000 migrants facing deportation.
My initial reaction is this a joke?
Betty Osceola is an advocate for the Miccosukee tribe whose land lies nearby.
This threat, again, opens the door to some type of a device. They say it's temporary.
So a detention center, they're calling it a detention center. Like I told y'all, this is the same timeline playing out. Hitler doing what Hitler does. And I told y'all, these people, these demons, they jump bodies, they share bodies, they jump bodies, and they crash these bodies up till they can't use them no more. Most of these people are brown-eyed people. They're not blue-eyed. And it's making it obvious and apparent with the more actions that these people take on a regular basis. But like, we just caught this man lying about Africa, right? They haven't impeached him. Bro. Him lying about the genocide of Caucasians in Africa. But what is this? What are they creating right now?
Who knows what other harebrained idea they're going to get that maybe it should be permanent.
So far, the plan calls for temporary housing, a tactic used in Cuba's Guantanamo Bay and after Hurricane Andrew in South Florida. Miami-Dade's then emergency manager says such a setup is vulnerable to severe storms. But it's not clear how state leaders would
severe
handle
storms
or manage the Everglades blistering heat.
This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida.
In this video, the Attorney General of Florida calls it an efficient response to an illegal immigration emergency. Surrounded by wetlands with alligators and snakes, security is hardly a big expense. Online, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem says the facility, quote, will in large part be funded by FEMA's Shelter and Service Program. Her department's X account also celebrated the move as part of cost-effective and innovative to deliver.
They using FEMA. Large parts are funded by FEMA's Shelter and Service Program. Then people didn't even go help the people in Carolina. This is how you know something is extremely wrong. They denied them people checks. Do y'all not see like the genocide that they're creating here? Not just here, but on a public scale. And this again with the loosh, with the adrenochrome, with the fear that they want to feed off of. This is the purpose for this. And it's really sad. It's really sad. It's really messed up that they're doing this.
Will in large part be funded by FEMA's Shelter and Service Program. Her department's X account also celebrated the move as part of cost-effective and innovative ways to deliver mass deportations. It's a bad idea now. While protesters call for crews to stop construction, Miami-Dade Mayor Daniela Levine Cava worries about the impact on efforts to protect the Everglades.
We have environmental, physical stewardship, and safety concerns about the situation.
This letter to the mayor from Florida's emergency management director says, according to Governor Ron DeSantis' emergency powers, the division intends to utilize the airport to assist the federal government with immigration enforcement. It leaves the county few options, but plenty of concern about what happens here next. Miami-Dade County's mayor says her team is looking at legal options, and while state officials say what they plan to operate here is just temporary, they did offer to buy the land, but Miami-Dade County...
They offered to buy the land, but they wanted to buy land that ain't theirs. Yet again, buffoonery, a fuckery that's going on.
This commission will have to approve that. No job, Larry, CBS News, Miami.
How lazy some of y'all are. Is literally handing out
So that's it for that one. Security cost. These people can go print off hella money. They can go print off hella money at any given time and all the time, right? They can go print off any and a lot of money at any time. Say if there's like, like they show in movies, terrorist state. These people really do that shit. And then money. Oh, Lethal Weapon 4. Lethal Weapon 4 also has a lot of clues in it. Probably Rush Hour. You put the gun down, fight like a man. Alligators have so much power, they can break down a fence. So, what are they going to do to protect the people? I don't even think they care to protect the people. Oh, God. He ain't got no mouth. We're getting charged and snatch his ass. Let me go to the other video I want to show y'all.
And now they be all this dark meat. Y'all gonna run.
They let her take it home in a jar of formaldehyde, but when she got home, she realized that there was meat on the bone. She didn't like that. She wanted to just keep the bone, I guess, so she decided to boil it to get the meat off of it, and then something possessed her to want to try to eat the meat that was left over, even though it was soaked in formaldehyde, so she did that, and everybody in the comments is obviously losing their shit because that's a weird thing to do, and I've seen a couple of comments and response videos talking about, like, the implications of cannibalism and the fact that like she could go crazy, and so I just wanted to come on.
Formaldehyde. Like embalming fluid. I'm pretty sure they're two different things. But embalming fluid they use in some alcohols as well. But what made her want to try to justify this shit is beyond me. That's just like feeding a pit bull gunpowder. Here we go again, yet again, with this meat eating thing. It's not okay. It's not okay that she did that shit, and it's when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. To her million followers, they're more than likely shapeshifters.
Here to say that the only real risk of like going crazy from cannibalism, from eating human flesh, is if you eat the human brain, and especially if it's infected flesh, you can get the the neurological disorder called Kuru, and essentially that's like the people version of mad cow disease, and it makes you go literally crazy. So while it is weird that she ate her rib meat, it's not like a mental risk technically.
Technically. This girl had rib surgery and she had her rib removed. And see, this is what I was talking about. I asked them for what parts these reptilian people took out of me when they said I had to have abortion, right? I told them, hey, I want my parts. They said, oh, it's already been shipped off. Knowing damn well this bitch intentionally shipped my shit off because they know what they were doing with it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts or beating around the bush about it. They knew what they were doing. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Calling here and said that them doctors took
Wait, it's not the one I wanted to watch.
a bridge. That's crazy. White people clock in, guys. I just got back from Black TikTok. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. The bitch that ate her rib meat. Why did you do that? We were up. We were up after the gingers came in. They acted as a bridge between us and them. I was enjoying my Black TikTok. Imagine my surprise. Imagine my surprise. When I see a TikTok talking about y'all on an adventure over to white TikTok and them hoes doing what them hoes do. Fuck. We were up. Now what the hell are we gonna do?
It's the mirroring energy for me. The 1221 and the 4114. Y'all look up the gematria of that, the numerology, the angel numbers of it.
You can't come back from that. Damn it. I would just like to say, as a white person, I'm sorry.
They talking about they can't go back from that. Lord Jesus Christ. She don't know who her bloodline is, first and foremost. And then for second of all, if I change, I'm not gonna let the reflection of somebody else be like, oh, we can't come back from that. I would not claim that. Understand that you are accountable for you and solely you, and you can help prevent forest fires. You feel me? So, damn, the epiphany, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. Only because I was saying that prior years before that God said that He wasn't gonna flood the earth no more. But mother God did not promise that.
Sorry that I'm white. I'm sorry that I'm white. I know I can be gay with them, but I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I have run my ancestry. And I am nothing but white. But I'd never eat my fucking rib meat. We're stepping into
Shouldn't eat no rib. And I'm tired of hearing this dumb bitch on this fucking commercial. I'm not gonna lie. This health benefit fucking money bullshit. I'm tired of hearing them motherfuckers lying.
White people shit. You know what I mean? I just saw TikTok. This woman to update the black community on white TikTok. What's going on? Can someone tell me why this woman apparently had surgery, had her rib removed, asked to take the rib home?
Bitch. It was hungry. Oh Lord. What is that?
At home. I don't know. I guess was hungry. Y'all, white people, listen. If y'all don't quit fucking with us, I don't live with this shit. I swear to God, like I can't take it. Alright, I'm sick of this. Y'all keep doing stupid shit. I'm making us look bad. You hear me? White people shit. Y'all gonna have me say this shit.
You ate the meat off your own rib.
Oh shit, I ain't watched that one. I need to watch that one. Perky. And this is another thing that came up on somebody's YouTube I was watching earlier. Nuclear energy was made to create free power resources for people living on this earth. Free. Not for bombs. Not for war. Now, to this asteroid. They're saying, oh, it's a daytime asteroid. Well, and they're rare. I don't believe that bullshit. Because surely asteroids don't even fucking exist. So what the fuck is they talking about? Hold on. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to relax my body and my muscles and shit. They over here playing fucking childish ass games with people's lives. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this shit is fake. We already know how they'll try to feed off our energy anyways. And they will put fake news out there just to do that as well. So it doesn't make no sense to me. Well, what the hell is going on? Only thing that makes sense is how these people are still trying to feed all of our energy and how they full of shit.
Fireball seen across metro Atlanta and the southeast is a meteor that fell and disintegrated dozens of miles above Newton County.
There you can see it again. Atlanta News first reporter Lonnie Latang spoke with people who saw and heard this. She is live in Henry County where a tiny piece of it hit a home.
But left quite a shock for the father and young child who were home at the time. It made a beeline from the roof all the way through the floor. Thankfully, they are not injured. But the phenomenon was both fascinating for some people and a little scary for others when they didn't know what it was.
And then y'all know what this made me think of too. Not Nineveh, my lord. I don't want to go to Nineveh. Shit. God could be sending a warning.
The nice big one that everyone's able to see.
A
I don't know.
crossing the skies caught the eyes and ears of thousands of people from Dawsonville.
It just looked like a ball of fire just falling from the sky. And it was bright. You could, just looking at it, you could tell it was just bright.
Down to Old Fourth Ward. I was getting ready to water my garden, and suddenly I heard a really, really long, thunderous explosion sounding thing that lasted for a wildly long time. Like it felt like 15 to 20 seconds.
And across several southeastern states, the International Meteor Organization
Shit, if that's the case, we heard it too. Honestly.
has received more than 160 sightings of the fireball. In Henry County, emergency management says a homeowner.
Oh, let me show y'all this. They said that big old boom created this little dot in the roof.
Called to say possible pieces.
I said, this shit do not sound right. It don't sound right. And apparently right there is where the hole burnt in from where it came in the ceiling.
Of the fireball blew through their roof and came crashing into their laminate floor. Officials say the father and young child home at the time are not injured. Telus Science Museum has their predictions of the type of meteorite.
My best guess is that it's part of the Beta Taurids, which is a daytime meteor shower, which we don't usually talk about the daytime ones just because they usually can't see them.
Beta Taurids. Beta Taurids meteor. Taurus? Don't know to let it fly. Like the 4th of July. That's supposed to be a meteor sound, meteor impact with a sound. So if that's the meteor impact with sound, what the fuck was that yesterday? Because as I'm being told, mind you, damn, excuse me, I'm being told this story, right? And how loud the boom was. And then I'm looking at that little hole in the ceiling of the house. I'm like, that shit don't even sound right. Something ain't adding up. Something is not adding up with that supposed asteroid yesterday in Georgia, which is 6/26/25. And then I add the numbers of yesterday. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 21. That equals a 3. It's not making. It sounded thunderous, um, like a loud explosion. I mean, what it really could have been, what I only thing I can think of now. I don't think I did that. I think that's them trying to break the firmament because Musket just sent off. What happened to Elon Musk rocket recently? That had a big explosion as well. 3 notorious FBI most wanted fugitives. Most wanted FBI criminals 2024 edition. What the fuck? What? What the hell? What happened to what happened to anyone most wanted recently? Which that is not what I said, and you know it. What happened to Elon Musk's rocket that blew up recently? What happened to Elon Musk's rocket that recently blew up? Elon Musk rocket that recently Elon Musk, bitch. Elon Musk. Y'all see? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Versus, um, robotic Tesla in Australia. Elon Musk loses a key confidant to Tesla.
Just reported with Bloomberg's Dana Hole that Omid Afshar, who is a key lieutenant and has been a key lieutenant of Elon Musk at Tesla, has left the company in recent days. This is somebody that was in charge of manufacturing and sales for North America and Europe. And what sources are telling us is that he has left. He's also no longer in the directory of Tesla. There's a lot that we don't know, Caro. I've emailed Elon Musk to ask him what's going on and why Omid left the company. You'll remember we've done some reporting on him in the past and asked about some reporting that he's been involved in about internal audits, internal reviews. But it's one of many recent departures from Teslas, and the market was paying attention with the move lower.
And look, Ashar had a tough job, right? It was last year he was promoted into the office of the CEO, and he was overseeing some really significant areas of sales and manufacturing in some pain point areas for Tesla, largely because perhaps the political backlash to one Elon Musk.
Right. Well, he'd been in the office of the CEO for quite a while. He was kind of like Elon Musk's chief of staff, so to speak. But then he got more responsibility, and he was very key on Austin, getting Austin set up. I'm interested to know what happened, but it's one of several departures in recent months of people that are kind of long-standing and held senior roles in a period of time when Elon was elsewhere.
He's elsewhere politically, and also the sales focus has gone elsewhere. When I'm thinking about today's extraordinary numbers around Xiaomi's latest SUV going straight to the Tesla buyer, this is really a difficult moment for Elon. No wonder he's come back as CEO.
Right, so like the big picture is that Tesla in the future is focused on robotaxi, and they had a successful launch of a small reduced service in Austin and Optimus. But the reality is that Ben Butter is still selling cars, and in the first 6 months of this year, lots of data in all markets that Musk's association with the administration was hurting sales, but also like competition with hybrids, increased competition from other model providers, other name
brands in Europe, for example. But in Omid Afshar's case, and again, to recap, sources are telling us he's left the company. He was someone so close to Elon Musk with a lot of responsibility. It's one in a chain of high-profile executives. For example, Milan Kovac, who was leading the Optimus program, also left that we reportedly seeing. Want to get more? We'll keep an eye on it.
Hold on. Rocket don't stop, people. Rocket don't stop.
Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship exploded mid-flight during its testing launch. The billionaire space technology company SpaceX launched a test flight of its Starship mega rocket on March 6th with no passengers inside. But according to NBC News, the missile was cut short when controllers lost contact with the vehicle. The outlet reports that minutes into the launch, multiple engines cut out as the vehicle accelerated into space. The rocket was seen spinning before SpaceX lost contact with it. In a March 6th statement, SpaceX says, prior to the end of the assembly, an energetic event in the AFT.
June 18th. Whoa. SpaceX Starship rocket exploded before starting. The 10th flight test. SpaceX said the rocket experienced a minor anomaly, a major anomaly. I bet. And there were no hazards to residents. Where the fuck was this happening anyways? Fucking no hazards. Oh shit. Where did it go? I can't rewind it. It say New York Times, but what's crazy is other people have made a video, but this says 4 weeks ago. Spain Flight 9 launches. And the one that we were just watching, that's why I smacked my lips and said 3 months ago. I'm looking for something as of recent. Within the past week. Actually, a week or two. 145 people gabbed with needles at France Music Fest. Three days ago? Jesus Christ, please.
Nationwide Street Festival on June 21st, 12 individuals were detained for pricking at least 145 people with syringes, according to France's Interior Ministry per CNN. A spokeswoman from the Interior Ministry told the outlet on June 23rd, the ministry is taking this very very seriously. Toxicology
No
tests are
shit.
being done and the investigation is ongoing. Officials did not share what was in the syringes, but told The Guardian that they have opened an investigation after 3 people, including a 15-year-old girl and an 18-year-old boy, were all jabbed in separate locations of Paris. All 3 reported feeling unwell after the alleged attack. Local law enforcement told the outlet that 13 cases took place in Paris, as well as in other cities in France, including Angoulême, where 4 suspects allegedly stabbed 50 of the nearly 150 total victims. E-News has reached out to French officials for comment and has not yet heard back. Although Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez emphasized his concerns over the alleged attacks, he told French language outlet CNews June 22nd that the festival went well, despite millions of attendees nationwide, which he described as unprecedented crowds. There were no major incidents. This isn't the first time French residents have been concerned about being pricked with needles. The Associated Press shared in June 2022 that more than 300 people reported that they were jabbed at nightclubs or concerts that year. It was an issue that swept Europe as authorities in Britain, Belgium, and the Netherlands were investigating an uptick in needle spikings. Dr. Manuel Puskarczyk, who had taken a leading role in dealing with the investigation, told the outlet at the time he didn't find any drugs or substances or objective proof which attested to administration of a substance with wrongful or criminal intent. However, the head of the Poison Control Center in the city of Nancy added, "What we fear the most is people contracting HIV, hepatitis, or any infectious disease."
That is some sick shit. That is some crazy ass shit. Never trust strangers. This is why a door won't protect your home. Caught on ring. There is just too much going on. There's the AI generated fucking mukbanger, all kinds of AI generated people acting like, yeah, this is one of the videos. Matter of fact, I think I seen it. Like I didn't tap on it, but I was scrolling and I seen it, and I seen the whole chicken go in her mouth, and I just kept on scrolling. I said, I don't got time for this shit. I do not have time for this shit. Guys can't be deported. Latinos no. Now furious. What's it Tuesday?
This is Democracy Now!
Reese's Harvard as video of brutal arrest goes viral. But here's the thing as well. Instead of these people, they don't give a fuck. But just for some type of understanding, right? Instead of them giving proper healing for food, proper education, and things like this for people to actually go and heal themselves, they rather just do it forcefully. Oh, because they like control. And that's crazy. That's crazy. They like control. Immigration detention. I mean, even out of the safety for the children, the women, the young men, the boys, even out of just safety for themselves of being in that detention center is at risk, especially without the proper management. And you know, there's going to be discriminatory stipulations with that. This is so irritating. This is very irritating. We do this for the purpose of people being able to break out of their illusion of what they're stuck in and go towards healing, even though it may hurt to hear. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this forcefully. It's upon your own will that you come on somebody's channel and that you want to heal and that you choose to heal first and foremost, or you choose not to heal. You don't have to come on this channel and do all the things, but we know, of course, between the bots and the actual people that don't want healing, that's going to be, a toss up. It is what it is, right? Melatonin. Sherry has melatonin in it. Oh yes, the gems, the things that they call evil. Lord have mercy. Are the things that can help you get through this shit too. And they know, not only that, they know a mass of Hispanic people know that. So y'all gotta look at it from a spiritual sense as well. Not only are they, oh, well, when we're done with the brown people, bitch, I'm brown too, ho. And I wish a motherfucker would. Because there's not going to be enough. And the generational curse that will come with that instantaneously will be fucking amazing before you even try to come this way. So y'all better understand. Y'all, I have this massager behind my back, so if you see me like kind of moving, that's what it is. Oh my God. TikTok reacts to WWE 3 in Trump's decisions. For real. Honestly, I just believe that
crab legs tonight. Now, when I just started making SpongeBob, I've been out here with a little apology. I'm gonna stick them dildos stuck on top of your head on your ass. Now, here's straight.
Listen, you just wanted to, apologize for wiping in your time.
Right. Jerry's got one more doggone time and I'm gonna get this off.
Gary. You got one more time, I'm gonna get that salt. That's funny. Oh, Jesus. Where the hell is this at?
No one does you like you, but true original.
And violent clashes broke out between protesters and security forces in the West African nation of Togo. The skirmishes have come amidst a rising dissent by citizens against President Faure Gnassingbé's recent amendments to the constitution that keep him in power indefinitely. The plumes of black smoke could be seen billowing above the streets of the country's capital, Lome, as angry protesters burned tires and furniture used for makeshift barricades. Shops and businesses also remained shut as the protesters blocked the main roads in the capital city. The capital came under heavy police protection as angry protesters hurled projectiles at law enforcement officers. Further, people also called for the president to step down immediately.
Mind you, this is the channel that was talking about the nanobots that and created here in the United States by the science somebody science or the college institutes or some shit like that. They was building and make them somewhere here.
All we want is for Faure Gnassingbé to step down. We'll keep protesting even after the 3 days until he finally leaves power.
The protest being called by a coalition of political groups called Hands Off My Constitution that has called for unprecedented peaceful demonstrations and the release of political prisoners, following the government's crackdown on protests earlier in the month. Faure Gnassingbé has ruled the West African nation since 2005 following the death of his father, Gnassingbé Eyadema, in the month of May this year. Gnassingbé was sworn in as the president of the Council of Ministers, making him eligible to be re-elected by the parliament indefinitely, with no official term limit. The opposition parties have called the latest decision as a constitutional coup. And our correspondent Louisa Olani has sent us this report from Lagos in Nigeria.
I just believe it's going to be an uprise against all governmental agencies all over the world because we're in Aquarius. This is humanitarian, not just for the animals, for us, for our rights, for our freedom, for I don't want to go to the whole video. I want to go to the channel. We can't let this slide on. Yeah, what but the down? Oh, I want to get my own little machine too. I just need a few thousand. I'll be good after that. And then the constant, I don't know, my turnover rate, or a few thousand for the house and just bare necessities, right? And then, yeah, that would be a fair amount, 20,000 at bare minimum. I don't know what the fuck they think. Like, and then y'all think about this just came up on the newsfeed. 109 children rescued, 244 arrests, North Texas. From children that were missing. Children, 109. That's a bare minimum, but that is a great number. That anytime lives are saved, they is really being funny. Band-aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for just for sure. You live like that. You live with ghosts. You know I got time for this shit. Oh, it just so happened to go. Ooh, I just seen a man like open a door and get blown away by fire. I literally didn't. I literally did see that, but I seen it through this. That's muskets rocket blowing up. Now, let's say they had another agenda, right? They wanted this to blow up because they had chemicals and things. Nobody can instantaneously understand nor see the effects of this. This is the type of bullshit that these people will do. But how about it didn't explode from the bottom? And why is there all the other stuff close to it that can help fuel the fire? Is the question that I have. It blew up from the top, not from the bottom. So why would it blow up from the bottom? A major anomaly. I wonder what that major anomaly was. Because what was his purpose of shooting that off anyways? Like, I just will not support the idiocy. I thought somebody had wrote something. Ooh, I got this one spot in my back. No, I actually got a couple of them. This one spot right here. It's like right at mid back. Lord have mercy. Yeah, these motherfuckers are pissing me off because I really want my bed to lay down and sleep in. And they fucking with my plans. I refuse to go without water. Damn, that is not for real. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put some cards later. I'm not gonna pull any right now because obviously I need to relax. I need to heal on me right now and truly do so. So y'all be great, man. Focus on healing. Don't focus on hate, man. Focus on forgiving. Even if you see you're trying to be kind to somebody and somebody doesn't want to be kind back to you, try to forgive these people. And forgiveness is not always, letting them back in your life. Forgiveness can be with, giving them grace, energetically letting them go, physically letting them go. It actions speak louder than words, and let your actions speak louder than the hate that people are trying to spew on you, around you, or to you. Um, this is very important. Okay. Love yourself. Give yourself self love, self care. Drink plenty of water. Just know that, we are only coming back to save ourselves and heal ourselves and help people through this rough time of wilderness. They'll be coming and looking for more, insights. And, I'm just, I'm definitely have human in me. But I am Earth Angel. But I do have my times where I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. I strive for perfection every day, but we all falter at sometimes. But let's keep the focus on the healing and the forgiving of ourselves and the other people that trespass against us, because they obviously sometimes they don't know what they're doing. And for the ones that do, it's just like, let it go. Let them go, and hopefully they'll be able to find their way. You know. All right, y'all be great and love thyself and never give up. It's too easy. You got this. You can be all right. Cry, cry as much as you need to, but always, fast, heal, evolve. Take the higher road. Don't take the lower road. If you must defend yourself, you gotta put them paws on somebody, do it. If you got to, somebody put their paws on you, return the sender. Okay? So shit. And we don't play them games around here. The fuck? Somebody hit me, make sure you know you gonna get hit back. If I ain't somebody, I know for sure I expect to get hit. Oh my God, with my nose itching. But yeah, for people that are, gonna be gaining your superpowers, use them promptly, wisely. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay? And we all gotta be responsible and accountable, unfortunately, for other people's actions as well as our actions. You feel me? So I will talk to y'all in a few hours or so. And be great. We not taking the easy way out. We gonna take the right way. So that way, can nobody fuck with us, and we should not give a fuck if somebody do say whatever they want to say, because it's not gonna matter in God's eyes. All right. Later. Later, taters.